Welcome to the Nintendo Show, episode 21. I am your co-host, Devin Moon, and with me, as always, my buddy cop, Trevor Payne.
Hey, what's up, dude? Time to get some Nintendo Show on, man.
Dude, super excited, super down. So there's no news again. Sad days. But this week, we're going to be getting into your pressing questions. We're going to be doing some games until Mr. Miyamoto comes out of hiding. Last seen in the caves of Afghanistan, Trev. It's just chilling in the caves of Afghanistan. Yeah.
Was there like a Google Maps photo of him sneaking into a cave or something?
There was. He had a beard. It was a thing. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Someone's got to go over there and save that man.
Yes, we have eyes on him. We are looking to get a hold of that guy and get that news back. So we're trying our best here, you know. So until then, pouring one out for you, Mr. Miyamoto.
This weird character that we made up, Devin. It's so strange. Oh, man. But, you know, I guess we could just make up some news. We could just make things up.
I mean, Miyamoto is technically a real person, but a fake character in this podcast. So I think we could make some up. Probably be better than what we will do, but we'll try. Okay, we're going to start off with some gamage, Trev. Let's get into it. Are you ready for some game action?
Dude, we have a podcast about games. Of course I'm ready for some game action.
That's true. Let's
do this.
Okay. All right, this is going to be, so it's called Metacritic Limbo. So here's how it's going to work. We're going to look at the 5 best games according to Metacritic on Switch today and guess the lowest score on each of those games. So, and what we're going to do is we're going to challenge each other, Trev. We're going to challenge each other. So I'll go first one time, you'll go first the other time, kind of switching on and off, but we're going to challenge each other to a lower score. And if we hit that score number, if we are around that range, then we get a point. If we are lower than the score number, then no points. No points if you're lower. So don't go too low.
We just couldn't get low. We were limboing and fell over at that point.
Exactly. So we're just lowering that limbo bar as much as we possibly feel comfortable with, and then we see who wins, and that's about it. We're gonna do this for 5 games, so we will try it out. There's nothing on the line this time. No amiibo.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, no Halo figs. Last time was so stressful. I was having a heart attack over half the stuff. We're gonna do a little light episode. We're going to be a little sweeter to each other. So, yeah, let's get into that.
Yeah, I don't want to part with any more of my amiibos, dude. You thief.
Yeah, I figured I'd give you just a little break.
I love it. Thank you. Until next week, and then maybe I could lose another, you know. So, but hey, I have enough that I think if I lost one a week, I think I could go like a couple of years. I think would be okay.
It will be mine eventually. And this is, I mean, without Miyamoto here, it's just going to be game after game. So eventually, yes, the whole collection hopefully will be mine. All right, let's get into it, Trev. So we got the list up here. We're going to start with the number 1 on the list without looking at the lowest score on Metacritic.
Right. No peeking.
No peeking. 97, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, of course. This is the number 1 on the list. I'll let you start off. What's the bar going to be set at? What is the lowest score on this game? What are you going to challenge?
Okay, so the lowest score that I think that there is, but I don't want to go below that score, correct?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh boy. But then so the goal is to get the lowest though, right? Just to make sure
you want to be the lowest, but not the lowest.
Ooh, okay. Well, Breath of the Wild, 97. First of all, what an amazing score, what an amazing game. Like this thing is just loved by like everybody, man. Okay. Well, I guess not everybody. Like I remember there were some moments where I don't know, there were some people that weren't fond of it because there weren't dungeons and stuff like that. So I'm going to say the lowest score is a 7. Yep. Lock it in at a 7.0.
So Metacritic 70, right?
Yep. Oh, 70. Yeah, 70. I guess we got to go after the Metacritic. Yep.
So I'm going to go lowest score. I think I'm going to do you a little number lower. I'm going to hit with the 65. I feel like we're challenge. I'm going to challenge you to go lower than a 65, but I think it's a 65 just because I feel like you said, I think a lot of people loved it, but there were Zelda fans out there that didn't like the changes. And I think maybe there might've been a few that were a little timid and didn't like this game as much as everyone else did, or a lot of other people did. So Are you willing to lower than 70? Are you willing?
Oh, so I can fight. I can come back.
Yes. We have 3
Oh
challenges.
shoot!
Yep. So you can
3
fight
challenges.
back. If you think it's
Ooh.
possible that I'm right.
Okay, and you said 6.5 or sorry, 65?
65, yeah.
Okay, let's you know what? I got to take some risks. I got to win.
Man.
I'm going to say let's go with I'm going to dip a little bit further.
Okay.
I'm going to say a 60, 61. Let's go 61.
61. Okay. I'm going to this is the lowest I think I can go. I think it's the lowest I can go. I'm going to challenge you once more, sir. Good sir. One more challenge. I'm bringing out that white glove. I'm slapping it on your face.
Oh, wow, that's rude. A 60.
A 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dealio.
60.
All right. I'm done. I
done.
can't limbo any further than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
61's where you're chilling. I'm chilling at 60. Let's bring out the score. And it is a whopping 60 from Slant Magazine is the lowest score.
Okay. Dang it. All right. Cool. So that was the lowest. And again, we're going off of the critic score.
Yeah, critic score. So that was
Okay.
lowest critic score. Slam Magazine, you've done Zelda dirty, but that's okay. 60 is that one.
Dare you.
Okay.
And you did me dirty. No, it's messed up.
2 dirties. 2 dirty. Okay. The next is all.
Is that 2 negatives equal a positive though? Like that's how math and science works?
I believe that is math and science, yeah, and video games. So yeah, I think that's a point for you if you want to change that. Trev, 97, another 97, which is a surprise to me. I had no idea that this was a 97. Super Mario Odyssey.
Me neither.
Also up there, dude. I didn't know. I had no idea that it hit that. Yeah.
Okay.
So good for it. Okay, this one. If you look at the user reviews, more popular than Breath of the Wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
Odyssey
crazy.
is 8.9. Okay, I'm going to say 70. I think people love Mario too much. I feel like 70 is probably the low. It's too happy to go lower, but that's me.
I think you might be right, but you know what? I got to win this thing, and so I'm gonna just go just a little bit further. I'm gonna say 6.5 on this one. Okay, so you said 70?
70. You are 65. Do I want to go lower? Do I feel? Is there some reviewer out there?
You are, dude.
Is there someone that's like, this game is like a 40? Is there someone out there that thinks this is a 40?
I went on real quick and just posted my review.
I knew it. Dude, I can't. Yeah, I'm not going to go lower. I think that's it for me.
Okay.
I think 70 is the sweet spot. You're going to stay at 65. Here we go.
Yeah, dude. Oh, it looks like the lowest is 75.
Really?
Yeah, so we both fell.
Yeah, you're right. I went too far. The bar.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we both broke our backs on that one.
So then no point awarded then, right? 'Cause we
No
both fell over?
Yeah, no points. Yeah, we both fell over.
All right.
75. Interesting. People like it. It was so happy. I understand people like being a bummer, like if it went any lower than that. But I'm like, come on.
It was a pretty cool game though. But like I'm shocked that I don't know. I mean, like it was a really good Mario game. That's true. I mean, but I don't know. It just seems so crazy that its user score even was higher than Zelda. That seems insane to me.
It seemed like a lot of love. Divinity, Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. This is a 93. This is our third placer.
I think I am going to go with a... let's say 80.
Yeah, I like where your head is here, Trev. I feel the same. I feel like they're dancing higher on this one, but
yeah,
there's always those weirdos, you know? I'm going to go 75.
Okay.
75.
Okay. I don't think I can go any further on this one. I think that's my max.
And it is 80 points from Cultured Vultures.
Cultured Vultures. Have you ever gone to their site, Cultured Vultures?
All the time. Big fan of their work. And I must say, I hate you. I'm unsubscribing. Like you had a fan in me, but it's over. So thanks, but no thanks. Yeah.
All right. So I got a point. Now we are tied up at 1-1.
Nice. Okay. Here it is. The next on the list, Trev. Undertale. Undertale with 93 on Metacritic. This dude, I feel like, is a little more divisive. It's a
I
game
bet
that
you
could
with
be
this
more
one, we're going to
divisive.
see a lower number potentially for the lowest score.
I think you're right.
Ooh. Okay, you go first.
I'm just going to stay nice and pretty. I'm going to go a little higher than I think it should be at first. Let's say, I'm going to say a 70. I'm going to start with my Limbo at a 70. Put the bar right there.
All right. I'm going to say 65.
Am I willing to go to a 50? We haven't seen a 50
get
yet.
low, dude. Let's see how crazy you can get, Dev.
Trev, don't
do it.
Hey,
push
I know
yourself.
what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do. I'm not limbered up yet. Dude, I'm going to stretch out. I'm going to give me a 50. I'm going to do a solid 50 on this. The lowest score for Undertale is a 50.
What did I say? 60?
65.
65. I'm going to stay at 65. I'm going to stay. I'm not moving.
Why did I do 50?
I don't know. You're crazy, though, dude.
Oh, I went too far. Okay, here we go. All right, so 92 on Metacritic out of 43 reviews, and the lowest was 60 Riot Pixels. Trev gets another point.
Sweet.
Gah. So we're 2-1. All right. I think I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna mess around with this because I feel like the lowest we're gonna get is like a 60 on some of these. Let's pick a wacky game that's not.
Yeah, let's do. This one sounds fun. Ape Out, 84 or whatever it is, because that one I feel like people either love or hate it. So this one could get real.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do Ape Out. Okay. This one's for all the pennies and the marbles for Trev, or it's a tie up for me. Let's check it out. Ape Out at an 84. Trev?
I'm going to get crazy, dude. I'm going to say a 2. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to say 60.
Oh, Trev, you're putting that bar low.
How low can you go? Oh, yeah, low.
I'm going to go 55. 55.
Ooh, 55? Okay, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to say I'm good.
Yeah, you're going to say you're good?
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm good. No, I'm going to go 50. I'm going to just get weird with it. Let's
go
try
for 50?
Yep,
okay,
50.
Let's try it out. Okay. Ape Out. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. And the score is 70.
Oh,
Ay.
So that's a tie?
We
both lost.
No, we both lost. So out of 5 games, you won, technically.
Yay! Woo! Can you play some music right here? Some...
Trev, let's get into some fan questions. Let's do it. Sawyer C asks, first he's gonna school us on some information, Trev. Things that we missed out last time when we were talking about our list first things, and this was about the money.
Oh, the money one.
Yeah, the ones that they spent tons of stuff on.
Oh, I got a story about this, by the way, too, but go ahead and continue.
Cool. Fun fact. Zizu was a very well-known rogue player, the world first to get both Twin Blades and Azeroth. So when he sold his account to Shax, it was a pretty big news. Shax actually got banned a short while later for buying the account, so his 7,000 euros were basically flushed down the drain.
Oh, dude, that's a
which
bummer.
Really blows. Yeah.
Teaches you a lesson. Don't buy that crap. That's stupid.
Don't buy that crap. Yeah, it's super stupid. Anyways, that was his antidote. Don't?
No, not don't. No.
Not don't. Antidote. I need to stop with the big words. I need to lay low.
Yeah, keep it simple
for a little bit. Keep it simple.
That's his words.
What was your thing? What was your thing you're going to say?
So you know that Europia or whatever it was?
Yes.
That game that had like so many of those like crazy numbers where people are paying crazy money for. All right, so I downloaded it. I tried it. That game is the worst game ever, dude. It's so bad. So it's actually like visually. So I guess it looks like it's been around since 2003. I booted it up, tried it, and graphically, initially, I was like, "Oh, this isn't too bad." It looks like a very high-resed old game, but it it plays so horribly. So I can't believe. Yeah, I've never heard of this thing, and I'm surprised that it's a game that seems popular that I've never heard about.
I'm surprised you actually downloaded it. That's funny. Is it an RPG? What is it?
Yeah, so it's a sci-fi MMO. I shot some dudes. It was neat, but not neat enough for me to stay with.
Sounds great.
Oh, also, Devin, I spent about $4,000 while I was there for those 5 minutes. So,
when things are more money, it makes you think, yeah, this should be a better game, right? I mean, I am spending millions of dollars, so this must be the best game ever made. That's how food works. So
that's how it works.
This is how games work.
Also, they asked for one of my children, so I unfortunately am sending one of those guys off. So it was really hard, but you know what? That's why you have twins, so you have a backup. So, honestly, I let them duke it out, and we'll send one out. So it's good.
I mean, they look the same for a reason. Twins, triplets, quadruplets. I mean, you send the ones you don't like, you keep the ones you do like.
It's so messed up.
Just those rainy days. Trev, Sawyer's question, after all that, his question was this: do you have any gaming regrets? And if so, what are they? Anything that you regret?
Boy, do I, Devin. Okay, I want you to answer first. I've got a sad tale that I want to share.
Do you? Oh man, I'm trying to think if I have any gaming regrets. There's nothing. I'm not a person that like was ever on World of Warcraft, or I've never been like a whale type or been sucked into anything. I think honestly, my gaming regrets nowadays is just have to buy every game for no like apparent reason. Like I don't need them. I don't need them, but I get them on sales. Ever since Steam came into my life, and then Switch, and then all the Sony stuff followed that Steam sale stuff, I just was like, well, it's cheap, so I should buy it, right? It is an awful mindset. It's an awful mindset. I have hundreds of games on my Xbox and PlayStation I've never played. My Switch has literally hundreds of games that I've never played in my life, and I never will get to because it's so far in a backlog. And when you're a daddy, it's just not a thing that works. So, yeah, man, that's my gaming regrets. Is like, and they're good games. It's just I can't do anything about it. It's just I'm never going to play them. So I just wasted hundreds of dollars on games that I'll never play. So it's kind of a bummer. So that's my thing. That's my gaming regrets.
No, I'm with you on that one as well. Just because there's so many cool cells, and like it's that collector mentality or whatnot. But one of the things I remember, so growing up, I had like my Super Nintendo, my N64. I had like all these lot of games for him that we've collected over the years. And then I remember when I was a stupid teenager, I wanted to go and get a Game Boy Advance, not the SP, the original Game Boy Advance. So I took all my Super Nintendo stuff. I took all my Nintendo 64 and I went and traded it in at this local game store and got like barely enough to even get the Game Boy. And I don't know what I was thinking. I was so sad. I wish I would have kept all that stuff because like there was so much cool stuff. Now I did keep some of it, but unfortunately, like I traded so much of it in to get that dumb little Game Boy, and so that's probably my biggest regret. Is like, what was I thinking, dude? Like, I remember telling my dad, and he's like, "You did what? Why? Why did you?" How much did they give you for all that stuff? And I'm like, oh, it was like $70 or whatever, so I could get this dumb thing. And yeah, he just shook his head. He's like, okay. So yeah, that is definitely, Devin, that is my biggest regret when it comes to games.
Oh, I've been there actually. Yeah, GameStop regret is a real thing, dude.
It's Trading a real living beast.
It's a beast. And when you're like an adult or even like college age, when you're like living paycheck to paycheck and you're like, oh, I need money. and the only way I can get it is trading in this game for like $20. That's like $60. I just barely bought it. It's so depressing. Yeah,
It's rough. It's rough.
That's happened quite a bit. Yeah, I've made a lot of bad choices when it comes to that.
Yep, it makes me sad. It made me cry. You know, when I think about it now, because back then I was like, oh, it's just an old console. I don't want to ever play that again. I'm good. I've played all those games a ton. But now, fast forward, and then like, stupid me, I'm like looking for those things again now to re-buy them, to put them back into my collection. It's like, dude, I had those and they were in like great condition. And so it was kind of a bummer to think of like all the things that I traded in for a stupid Game Boy Advance, which wasn't even good. Like, it wasn't good until the SP came out. So like, I don't know what I was thinking, man. That was an interesting choice. You know what I want to hear? I want to hear our listeners. Like, I want to hear their biggest like gaming regrets. See kind of what you guys might have stumbled across. So please shoot us a message. We'll read them on one of the shows.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe I'll post that in the Facebook group, and everyone can comment below, because that's a good question. I'm interested in Sawyer's, because obviously there's some regret here, Sawyer. There's some regret here, and I want to hear it. Don't you hide from me.
We can feel it.
I know you. Let's see. This one comes from Marth. I no longer have one, which asks, besides the Switch, what is the best Nintendo handheld device? Trev, now you know me. I'm not good with the handhelds. I don't have much experience. I dabbled and then I threw away instantly. What is your favorite one, Trev? What is the one that you think of, brings up the goods, feels? What?
So when I think of a handheld, especially Nintendo handheld, there's just so many great ones. Obviously, like, you know, there's the old school. I think so. My very first Game Boy, I remember renting the original Game Boy, the big old fat brick thing from Blockbuster or something, and we rented it for a couple days, and that was really cool. But the first one that like I actually owned was the Game Boy Pocket. So I remember saving up some money from when you and I would go to like our grandma and grandpa's and work on their horse ranch. Yeah. And from one of those, I remember I saved up and from all that work that we did so I could buy a Game Boy Pocket. And it was so cool. And that's when I also got Pokemon Blue. And it was so awesome. And that like really just solidified my love for Nintendo handhelds. But I would say, so that's like my one of my favorite memories. But my favorite handheld console from them, I would say, is the Game Boy Advance. I love the art style of all the games, because it's still that like 2D sprite type stuff, and it looks like Super Nintendo art style, which is what I really like the most. And there's just some of my favorite games on there. So I would say the Game Boy Advance for me is probably up there with one of my favorites, especially when they came out with like the Game Boy Advance SP and the Game Boy Micro. Right now I'm looking at my shelf and I have 4 different ones. I love them so much. They're all ones that I've modded and made a little different and things like that, but I love the Game Boy Advance. What about you, Dev?
Yeah, for me, dude, I loved the Game Boy Advance, especially the art style. You totally hit the nail on the head. Art style wise, definitely one of the better looking of the Nintendo handheld devices for sure. For me, dude, I would point you to the DS. I think I have a huge catalog, giant catalog of good games. You started to get 3D, which was really cool. Seeing Mario in 3D and stuff was really cool. The double screens, it was cool stuff. The things they decided to do with that, I think, were really cool. And you got Game Boy Advance in it, right? I'm pretty sure Game Boy Advance was like a possibility, like you could plug in your games. So I think that backwards compatibility stuff. So if you were going to buy it today, I would put you to the DS. And that's the one I think I have the most memories with. 3DS, I think, felt nicer, looked like, had a bigger screen and stuff like that. But I don't think the games were on par as that. Like having Game Boy Advance library and the DS library compared to just the DS and the 3DS library.
It's kind of amazing, right?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's probably the place you should go. And for me, that's where I would go.
It's pretty good. I think that's cheating though. It's like, cause it's that backwards compatibility. I'm like, that's great. And obviously that's the one to get because it could do more things. But as far as like just like hardline cutting it off, would you still say the DS as well then?
I think so. I think there's plenty of games on the DS that are still really good, and I think the library is a little bit bigger than the Game Boy Advance. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Again,
definitely.
I don't have like huge experience on this. This is just a little console guide telling you what the handheld to get. Maybe the Switch should be the one, but
Yeah, honestly, that's probably mine at this point. But
but you said other than the Switch, so there you go.
exactly.
Let's see. Okay, Trev. Mark Day asks, as someone who has never played Animal Crossing, could you guys tell me why it's so popular and if it's worth playing? Trev, I think everyone knows my opinion. I don't think it's worth playing.
Everybody knows.
But you tell me. You convince me. I'm Mark Day. You tell me.
Hey, all right, Mark, let me ask you a couple questions just to see kind of where you at on this. You ready, Mark?
Yep, I'm ready. Oh, sorry. Yep,
Mark,
I'm ready.
wow. Okay, Mark. Do you, good sir, do you like to be in debt to a little humanoid raccoon or whatever he is?
Oh, yep.
Is that a yes or no?
Debt. I mean, yep, love debt. Debt's good.
Do you like to do chores?
Oh, Mark love chores.
What about pulling weeds?
Yep. Weed
Okay.
Weed fun.
Gotcha.
Me do weed.
Oh, do you really? You sound like it. That's awesome. No, honestly, so these questions, like, it's really stupid because it's about like this town that you show up in, you become the mayor typically. Who knows how this one's going to work? But it's about building relationships with the characters that move into your town and figuring what they like. And then you can give them gifts, you can build up your house, and then you can expand. So you're constantly paying off your mortgage, which is really weird and interesting. And for some reason, Devin, I don't know why, it is so much fun. It is so much fun to see things grow and like your hard work pay off, which I'm like, if I'm doing this in a game, I should probably just be doing this in real life. But it is super fun. And then also like getting like certain items, and you can like trade with other people or learn new like schematics or whatever to make things from other people. So there's this community aspect. You can get certain towns will only grow certain fruit. So then you could trade with other people to trade fruit. So you could start growing their fruit in your town. Am I selling you yet, Devin?
Oh, dude, cool? Yeah. Well, Mark was sold when you said weed. I'm sorry, Mark Day. You're a stoner in my world. Here's the deal, Mark. Now tell me honestly, did that sound fun, what Trevor said?
Did I sell it?
Did that sound good? Chores?
Honestly, Devin, I think I talked myself out of it.
That's literally the game. It's not a game. It's a chore simulator with some trading involved. It's like if Pokemon could be worse and more boring, then you'd get Animal Crossing. No, for me, dude, it's a no. For me, it's just, it's charming as crap. Like, I'll give it that. Charming aesthetic, charming look. I like the idea of, the characters, the animals, blah, blah, blah. I can't even like fathom like I have that feeling when I'm playing and I'm like, why don't I just do this in real life? Why don't I just do chores and fish in real life or something? Because it's about the same level of fun. So I don't know, Trev. I don't know how. But
I don't know what it is,
bad.
and I get lost in it. And then when I think about it, I'm like, this shouldn't be fun. But for some reason, I just enjoy it. So, I don't know.
That's all right. The animals call you, Trev. And they call millions of people. This is a popular game. So, I'm the one that's stupid. Mark, don't listen to me. Listen to the crowd. Go with them. It's probably totally fun, and I've lost it. I'm sorry if we didn't convince you, but that's the game for you. Trev, should we do a little 10 questions? Should we do a little 10 questions? We haven't done this for a bit. A little mid-game
Let's
action.
do it.
Okay, so here's how it works, everybody. This time, will be giving Trev a game. Trev will have 10 questions. I will say yes or no to them. But the good thing about this, Trev, is I'm going to give you the console and the year. That way it helps you out get to the place. So
awesome.
I got the game in mind. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do this thing. It is on 3DS, the Switch, and Wii U. Those are the three consoles. 2014.
What? Okay. Is this a platformer?
It is a platformer, yes.
Okay. Is it 3D?
It is not 3D.
Does it have online connectivity?
It probably does, but it's not a main function. It's not like the thing. Does that make sense?
Okay.
It probably connects online in some way, but it would be like leaderboards, if anything, which I don't know if it does. So,
does it feature anybody from the Mario Kingdom?
It does not.
Does it involve an ape?
It does not involve an ape. That is question 5.
Oh, is that 5 already?
That's 5 already. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know what game this would be. Okay. Is this a indie title or a smaller game?
It is an indie title.
Okay. Is this a roguelike?
No, it is not.
Devin, what the freak did you pick?
You got this, man. You got this.
Do
I know
I?
you can feel. Yeah, you do. You got this. We can get there.
Oh, I don't
You got
think
3
so.
more questions. You got 3 more questions. Let's
3
bang
more
it
questions.
out.
So 2 questions and a guess. All right, let's does this, so it's a platformer, 2014 on the Switch, on the 3DS
And the Wii U, indie title.
and the Wii U, indie title
2014.
platformer. Does this thing does the main character have a shovel?
He sure does.
Oh my gosh, okay. And does he also have a helmet with horns?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, cool. And then this is my guess, right?
Yeah, it's your guess.
Okay. Is it my boy Shovel Knight?
It sure is. Shovel Knight, Trev.
Yeah. Woo! Oh my gosh. That was down to the wire. I had no word. Oh my gosh. Down to the last couple questions. Honestly, that did not even cross my mind because I forgot it came out on 3DS.
Yes, dude, this game is on everything. Craziness.
And then I remembered, yes, it is on everything. Oh, that is awesome. Good pick, Devin. I like that one. That was awesome.
Let's just do a couple more fan questions and we'll head on out, Trev.
Okay.
Valentine's Guy asked, who has the better relationship, Zelda and Link or Peach and Mario?
Oh, Zelda and Link.
Zelda and Link, you think?
Totally. They're just like a match made in heaven. They just look cute together. They got like, I don't know, dude. When I think couple, I just think of Zelda and Link. That's just what it is.
Is it too matchy though? You know, are these people related in some way? Are they related in some way? You know,
there might be some incest. We don't know.
What kind of weird things going on there? Mario and Peach, huh? They've lasted longer. No,
have they? Because like at the end of the new game, I guess I'm gonna just spoil it. Peach says, "Peace. I'm going on my own adventure." So I mean, like, no. Like, they are obviously having some relationship issues, you know what I mean? And then she's constantly getting I guess like no, Zelda's constantly getting kidnapped too.
What does Zelda offer to Link? There's no end to their relationship. You know, they wake up every 100 years, do it all over again, save each other, and then there's no
That's the beauty of it, Dev.
there's no smooches. There's nothing. There's
Well,
nothing
no,
in it.
you don't know that. That happens in the background. They can't show that in a kid game. No way, dude.
Oh, Mario's full of them smooches. Mario and Peach are smooching all the time. Little
Constantly.
hearts,
That's a good
little
point.
hearts,
All right.
little kisses.
Maybe they just a little bit too much PDA, maybe, and I don't want that.
You just want a more grown-up relationship. Is what you're
Yeah, I
trying to
just
tell
want
me.
a real grown-up elf relationship. You know what I mean?
Nothing says grown-up like an elf relationship. You know?
Yep, exactly. More mature.
Yep. Thanks, Valentine's guy. Yeah, I personally, if I was going to say, I like Zelda and Link. I like them. I think they're a cute couple. I don't know if they're a couple though. That's the only thing I would have to say.
Dude, we're going to see in Breath of the Wild 2, they're going on an adventure together, and there's going to be heartbreak, there's going to be love, it's just going to be it's going to be a rom-com is what it's going to be. It's just going to be a romantic comedy of Zelda and Link on their adventures.
I mean, that was the thing that was missing from Breath of the Wild. Romantic comedy. Put it in. Just dump it right in there. Oh, man. Okay.
Matthew McConaughey's in it for some reason. We don't know why. It gets real weird. Yeah.
Trev, let's end this with Tab 10, who asked, favorite game glitch that happened to you in a video game. I'll let you think while I do mine. Here's my game
go
glitch.
For it.
I was playing Knights of the Old Republic. I went back into the ship, which was kind of like a Millennium Falcon-esque ship, right? So you go back to the main ship. As soon as I get in there, the screen turns all weird and white and black, and then all of a sudden I'm in the ship, but there's characters I've never seen that shouldn't even be in the ship. In the main room, there's a robot, and the robot is no robot that I've ever seen. I talk to it and it says, where do you want to go? And I can go, Trev, to the very last planet in the game.
No.
Really? Dude, yes. I can go in any planet, anytime. I can go to the very last planet where you crash on it, where you're not even supposed to fly to. Yeah, the one that's like a crash landing planet. Any planet.
Dude, you found the super secret. That's awesome.
Dude. I don't know if it was like, this is what like the guys were using to like, I don't know, some team was using to like get to planet. I have no idea, but it's
to
crazy.
Test things out or something. Oh, that is cool.
It is so cool, dude. It is the coolest glitch. And then it randomly went away. I'm not sure how it went. It was like 20 years ago, but it was so cool. It was the most amazing glitch. I was like, this is crazy. I can do anything. I can go to the end of the game and I'm at the beginning. It's craziness. Anyways.
Dude, what a cool thing to like discover. That is so cool.
It was awesome.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Dang it. So mine is not like that, but I remember, I think it was Halo 2 that they had all those super jumps in like the multiplayer maps.
Yeah.
Do you remember those?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. So I remember, I think it was Blood Gulch or whatever, coagulation or whatever, like the version of Blood Gulch for that. For Halo 2, that there's a super jump and this way that you can get up and walk on this invisible path all the way up to like way up high up in the middle of the map, and you could take a sniper rifle with you and just sit up there, and people, you just sit there and pop people and no one would know what was going on and be freaking out. And I remember it was so hard because you had to do this crazy super jump, land in certain spots, the path was invisible, so you had to make sure you followed it a certain way. I remember that being so fun and so cool to look up and try to figure out how to do, and especially because the internet wasn't super user friendly at the time, so we would try to look things up and then like, oh, I think they're explaining it like this, so this is how it should be. Anyways, it was a really cool thing to try to play around with and see if I could get to work, and honestly it wasn't very viable in a multiplayer match, like because you would sit there and like be trying this the whole time while just getting popped over and over, and then finally when you get up there you're like, okay, this wasn't even worth it. But I remember it being so cool to try to figure out, so that was probably one of my favorite like glitches or whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it. So
Yeah, no, I loved that stuff, like the super jumping, and even Xbox Live was super young during the time. So you were just playing online and you were just getting wasted from somebody, and you're like, where are they shooting me from? And they're just right above your head, and you're like, oh, come on. It was pretty cool. It was fun. The days before patches, like the days before patches.
it's like, yep, that's just part of the game. Yep.
Yep, that's it. So awesome. Okay, Trev, that's it. Thanks everyone for the questions. We really, especially like during this time when there's no news, really appreciate it. New releases, Trev. Let's just do a couple of these. Coming out this week, we can look forward to Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. This one has some cool stuff that they've added in just for the Switch. Devil May Cry 3 is an amazing game. I don't know if you've played Devil May Cry's, but they're really good.
That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't given any of the Devil May Cries a go, so maybe this is one I'll check out.
Yeah, Devil May Cry 3 is known to be one of the better ones. I don't think it's better than 5, but it is really good. So go check that out. Sega Ages, these are really good. What's the word? Like,
just a port?
So Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is coming out, which is cool, and Puyo Puyo 2, which is also coming out. Both Sega Ages games. Puyo. Yeah, and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is the best, or one of the best Sonic games. Probably, I don't know if it's better than Sonic Mania, but it's really good. So check those out, coming out. Not too much, as you can tell. It's just a drought. It's a sad drought. Trav, let's get into our final recommendations. This is something where we give something awesome to check out, video games or otherwise. Trev, your recommendation this week, my man. What do you got?
I think it was yesterday or a couple days ago. So this is, what day are we on? Oh man, I'm lost, especially in podcast time. Whatever. A couple days ago, a movie came out on Netflix, and it is called Dragon Quest: Your Story. And oh my gosh, this was made for me. This is not anime. So like when I was thinking this was going to be some kind of like anime Dragon Quest, this is full 3D like animation, and it is so cool. It really feels like the games. Like it has just the music, that awesome music, and it's really cheesy too, like cheesy funny, which I love. But like, so like I really enjoy it. I would say go check it out. It's not like the best movie ever made, but like if you are a fan of Dragon Quest or have any kind of tangential connectedness to Dragon Quest, like go check it out. Especially if you have Netflix. It is so cool that they did this. Obviously, it was in Japanese and they English dubbed it, and I felt like they did a really good job with the voice acting. The animation's really cool, like the monsters, the characters, everything looks really neat. And then also the cool thing is too, they start off the movie in 2D, like 8-bit a Dragon Quest type style to start off the story, and then it goes into this 3D animation that is so cool. So I would say check it out. I love Dragon Quest, and it just made me smile the whole time I watched it. So I would highly recommend it.
Dude, cool. Netflix is awesome. They're doing so many like video game
like
things,
gaming
like Castle,
things, right?
Yeah, Castlevania and Dragon Quest. All
and
this
those
random
are so
stuff.
Cool. The Castlevania ones, yeah.
So that's really cool that they're getting all the gaming nerds out there to check out their stuff. That's a good idea. Anyways, that's cool. I'll check it out.
Yeah. What's yours, Dev?
So there's a board game out there called Raptor, and I just barely got it for my Valentine's gift for my wife, and it is really cool. It's a 2-player game, so it's not a party game. It's more like think of it as like Jurassic Park and chess had a baby. It is so freaking good. It is awesome.
What?
Yeah,
Jurassic
so
Park
cool.
and chess.
Yeah, it's so cool.
That sounds awesome.
It's easy to learn. It's very it's like strategic. You play. One person plays as the raptor. The other people play as like scientists who are capturing the raptors or killing the main mama raptor. So there's baby raptors, and you're protecting the baby raptors and trying to get them off the board. Or you could, as the mama raptor, eat all the scientists. So those are your two winning options there. And as the scientist, you're just either collecting the babies or killing the mama raptor. It is so cool the way that you play with the board, and the board's real fun. It has like little mountains on it and stuff like that. It's like $40. It's a really fun game. I think it's an older game, but go check it out.
Interesting.
Really fun game.
I'm looking at it right now, Devin, and it looks really cool. Like that, I think would be so much fun. And sometimes, like, I love big party, board games, but like sometimes just a one-on-one board game is so fun. That sounds great.
Yeah, it's nice if you're like, especially if you have like a significant other that actually likes gaming with you. And again, it's not hard to learn. Really easy though. It's really simple instructions. The board, like you have boards that tell you exactly what you need to know. So it's really good. Check it out. Yeah, big fan of that. One of my favorites that I've played thus far.
So cool. That sounds awesome.
Dude, that's it for the Nintendo Show. Everybody, thanks for listening. Go check out the nintendoshow.com. Go to our Facebook group and follow us on Twitter at Nintendo Show Pod. Remember, you can like and share and do all that good stuff. It does help us out. And please leave a review on iTunes if you would. That is it from us. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.